Hi guys, today I have a review. Maybe you guys have seen this all over YouTube already, but I just wanted to rave about this because I thought I was in love with one brush in my life, and that is the e.l.f. Eye Sleeps Face powder brush, and I am in love with this. Don't get me wrong, it is a very soft brush. I have a review on this. It's called the 187 dupe or something like that. This is a love for me. I'm never gonna be, I don't want to be without it, you know. It's super soft. It stipples foundation perfectly. It blends concealer perfectly. I love it. So for flawless finish face, I need a flat top brush, a synthetic one. And I was uh, I was sent this set of 3 brushes, which each, okay, this is, okay, it's used. I use it for blush, this one. And it's the Sigmax new set of brushes. It comes with the F82. Okay, this is more well known, the F80, which is the flat top brush. And then it comes with the F84, which is angled and kind of rounded. And this round little one. Well, it's not little, but it has a, like, it looks like a smaller head because it's rounded like this. And this is the F82. Okay, so I'm gonna go over these. And why did I pull this out? Because it's it has come to replace my e.l.f. And I never thought that was possible at all. I thought, well, my e.l.f. is $3. It's perfect. It works awesome. But I found, what I was thinking is that I have around 7 backups, or I have 7 rotating brushes of these ones. Okay, so that says something. I even marked one as my older one. And I have to compare them because these have come to what you call it? I'm sorry. These are replaced. Have replaced the Sigmax. Have replaced my e.l.f. powder brushes. And why do I say that? Because even though this is a perfect brush, and you're gonna call me crazy, but this is a perfect brush. Okay, this is even more perfect. It's weird, huh? The F80 is more perfect in the sense that they are the same as soft. They both give more like the same resistance when you're blending, you're really blending very well. They do. This is kind of more loose, but still it's very nicely packed. This is super fully packed. This one, it's so tightly packed. This the Eye Sleeps Face one is never ever shed a single hair. Never since I bought it. The only problem I have with e.l.f. Brush is that it wears out. It kind of wears out. I don't know why it is. I wash it with Dawn or with any, dish soap that I have, like liquid soap, and they get really soft and this and that. But I have a few. Well, I have two. I have 2 that are like over the limit on the usage. I have used this for around, okay, many months, maybe around 5-6 months, and they still soft, but they get harder. And this is dirty, I know, but even when I wash it, it seems like I can't get to clean them perfectly anymore. Like, it doesn't matter how many times I wash it with the soap. It doesn't matter. It doesn't return to its original shape already, and it doesn't come back to its original shape. In shape, I mean not the shape of the brush, but its original softness, its original softness. It doesn't. So it doesn't shed at all. but it's just wearing out, and I know I'll have to get rid of it anytime soon. The ferrules, they come out, they come off like once in a while because of the, I don't know, maybe because how I handle them, because I use them a lot. They come off sometimes. There's no problem for me on that. I can glue them together again as many times as I need, and it's alright. I don't care about that because, you know, it serves its purpose, and I am in love with it. It's very weird because I really love it, but I know it's going to get older and I'll have to replace it. That's the thing. $3 can't stress enough how good buy this is, honestly. But I have thrown to the trash around maybe 2 or 3 of these because they just wear out, you know. And when I received these around maybe 6 weeks ago, I was surprised because it's just softer than the e.l.f. one. I mean, noticeably softer and more tightly packed. The fibers seem to be more like thinner, but they're so tightly packed that it's the softest brush I've ever owned. It has shed around maybe 5 or 6 hairs during its life, but now even when I try to pull the hair, I don't see any shedding. Even if I try pulling the hair, okay, here it is. The F80, the F84, it shed a little bit, like 2 hairs. This is because I don't reach for these too often. I don't use this so often as I do with this other two. Okay, what I do is this I use for foundation the same way I used my e.l.f. powder brush. I just stipple on. I don't see myself, I don't find myself like swirling with it because it's kind of harder. It's so densely packed that doing a circular motion is kind of difficult. It's so weird. But stippling it on is just perfect. You don't need anything else. It's so nice, and it gives so much of an airbrush finish that you don't need to swirl at all. You just stipple it on and it's perfect. Works excellent for foundation. And I use liquid foundation. I'm guessing that powder foundation with this, it's going to cover so much more than with the sponge or a fluffy brush. Oops, and I just dropped it. Okay, let's go with the other one. This is the F82. It has a round head, and you're gonna ask why does this have a round head? Well, I love this one for concealer. As you know, well, I apply my layer of foundation, a thin layer of foundation, and then I apply some other concealer. Some concealer on the travel spots, and I also use concealer under my eyes. Sometimes around my nose when there's redness and stuff like that. Okay, this is the perfect blending brush because you're doing the same, this stippling motion, and as you move the brush, the rounded edges take care of the edges on the concealer. So if you're applying, because this fits perfectly under my eye, I'm like stippling my concealer. I don't know how, but these rounded edges take care of the edges of the product. I don't know if I'm explaining myself well, but if I put this area of concealer, I'm just stippling, and it blends the edges just by itself. You don't need to be, oh my god, I need to take care of these edges. You don't need to, because it does it for you. It's amazing. It's crazy and it's unbelievable, but that's the way it is. Then for the blush brush, I don't reach for this, only for cream blushes and the the Maybelline Mousse blushes. That's what I use them for. I don't use it for powder brush because it's so densely packed that it would be too much, you know, applying a regular powder blush with this, in my opinion. Maybe if you have like a blush that is not too pigmented, you can work that. But I use this for cream and mousse blushes, and it's perfect. I really like it. But I find myself using this two more. Let me reach. Okay, so I found myself during the 6 weeks using this too, like crazy. And I wash them I washed them around 7 or 8 times, maybe 9 or 10, maybe 9 times, and they are still in the same shape as when I received them. The price is not that bad because the e.l.f. ones, I know I'm gonna have to throw them away and get more, and for sure I know as a fact that these are gonna last me as long as I take care of them and as long as I wash them. They have a pretty nice weight to them. Like, the ferrules feel really secure. You don't hear any loose ferrule sound. It is absolutely perfectly made, and I love this. And if you need a good stippling brush for cheap, and you're in the United States or Canada or even Europe, via the what's it called? Yeah, islipsface.com UK, I think, .uk. They carry this to Europe, to UK, I think Ireland, and Spain. You can get this one for delivered. But if you're not in the United States and Canada or those countries, you're not gonna be able to, much likely, to get this brush. Sigma has a set, and this is gonna last you forever. I mean, the 3 of them, but it's the same. It's about the same thing, just a little bit better, but much more well constructed, and it's gonna last you a lifetime. You're not gonna have to replace them, and it's awesome. I just can't say enough good things about these. I am absolutely in love. I find myself using them every single time I do my foundation. And I have stippling brushes and regular foundation brushes, and you know, the natural hair foundation brushes and all that. And these are my favorite by far. So I hope this was not helpful but informative, that on this subject, that the powder brush from e.l.f., very similar to this one, and these two are also lovely. I don't reach for this too much, as I said, but these two are the ones that are my favorite, and this blends concealer like a dream. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.